Do you need your forklift track to reach places where other lifting equipment can't reach? Have you ever thought of having a lift track that can handle the job of a crane? Can you imagine a compact machine that can combine the functions of a forklift and a crane? In general, do you wish to have a versatile machine that can combine multiple functions? Yes, here comes the dream product, telescopic handler. A telescopic handler is very popular equipment. People call them by different names. Some call as telehandler or teleporter, boom lift, reach forklift, variable reach forklift, such different names. They are also sometimes named as cherry pickers since it has got a telescopic boom like an artery crane. Telehandlers, they find their application in construction, landscaping, agricultural, oil field, military working sites. It is very powerful. There is a powerful and turbocharged diesel engine, in order to handle the toughest working conditions. It has got a boom on the rear side and engine mostly on the right side, is giving good visibility to the operator. To tell you what, there is a lot. We already know that Industrial Truck Association ITA has classified forklifts into 7 classes. Telehandlers belong to class 7, so some people may call them as a rough terrain forklift just by name only. In fact, an RT forklift and a telehandler are both different in appearance and operations. The main functions that a telehandler does, is lifting of the load and its transportation. A telehandler can reach tough places where other forklift tracks can't reach. The boom is extendable. It has an enclosed cabin. You may use it indoor or outdoor. We can call telehandler as a more advanced forklift, because it has a greater extension ability than a traditional forklift. The telescopic arms can lift loads and extend or retract, to adjust the maximum reach or lifting height of the machine. You can lift a load at different levels and position them. For example, you can take pallet from the truck and then you can place it on a rooftop. We can use various attachments such as forks, buckets, lifting jibs, sweeper, work platforms, and similar attachments with a telehandler. When we use different types of attachments, we can use it either as a lift track, cherry picker, tractor, wheel loader, excavator, or even as a crane. In short, one machine has multiple functions. With a telehandler, it is very easy to handle jobs like lifting and moving material, moving loads of earth, cleaning work sites, lifting workers, to an aerial height, and plenty of applications. Such a wonderful product. Before we buy a telehandler, it is very important for us to have an understanding of the job requirements. Most importantly, we should know the lift capacity and the forward reach. You can use them with a work platform, in place of a scissor lift if you don't have a scissor lift in place. Whenever we think of powering a lift track, we always think about hydraulics. In telehandlers, there are many hydraulic functions. It is the hydraulics that makes movement of the telescopic boom either up or down. It is hydraulics that is causing extension and retraction of the boom. It is a hydraulic function that is making tilting of the forks forward or reverse. Another hydraulic function is with the stabilizers. Let us see why we need to use the stabilizers. It is our common knowledge and experience that it is easy to lift a load closer to our body than lifting our arm fully extended. Here we think about moment and tension, which I think does not need an explanation. If there are no stabilizers, the load will be mainly supported on the front wheels. If the load increases, the center of gravity goes beyond the support point, and there is a risk of tilting of the machine. So if there are stabilizers which are expanded, then the support point goes beyond the front wheels. Also, as you use the stabilizers, you will get an improved center of gravity and of course the stability of the machine. Moreover, by expanding the stabilizers, you will be increasing the counterweight. These will increase the stability of the telehandler, to take heavy loads. Another hydraulic function or application comes with the steering. The steering in a telehandler can be either front wheel steering, four wheel steering, or what we call crab steering. I believe that most people are familiar with these steering practices. If you are moving on a paved surface or road, then front wheel steering is quite sufficient. As most people know, in front wheel steering, only the front wheels will turn. If you are on off-road, then the four-wheel steering is the best option. Here both the front and rear wheels will turn in opposite directions. So if we will have a smaller turning radius and it is easy to move in narrow spaces. That's the advantage of using this four-wheel drive machines. If we have to work in confined or difficult areas, you need to work sideways and then turning is not required. So in this case, we can use crab steering. It means that all the four wheels will rotate in the same direction. Another hydraulic function is with frame leveling. This is to ensure that the machine remains horizontal on a rough terrain. So whenever the telescopic handler is on an uneven surface, there is a double acting cylinder that can tilt the axle to level the machine. So mostly this is part of the main hydraulic valve, but in some cases it is an added option. Normally this kind of leveling is done for machines lifting over 10 meters. So now let us see the cabin and the boom. Some telehandlers have fixed cabin and boom. The cab is locked, so it doesn't rotate. This is quite suitable for carrying heavy loads. Some telehandlers have cab and booms rotating 360 degrees while the machine remains stationary. This increases the maneuverability and it is suitable to reach areas which are difficult to reach with normal forklifts. Before I conclude, let me tell you that telehandler is a nice, wonderful, versatile machine. Once you understand all the options the machine can provide, you should decide which features would best suit for your applications. If you are not sure, please be in touch with us. We can of course help you. Expecting your feedback on this video. God willing, see you soon next week. This is Tajuddin Qasim. Goodbye.